All right. Well, here we are. Battletech Oath of Endosteel, Season 4, Episode 20. As I was just discussing with the cast, this will be our final season. The announcement is out there now that these next few episodes will be our last episodes. So enjoy it while it lasts. If you've heard, Battletech Below the Cut Down is only going to have one season, which means your future Battletech needs, you'll only be able to get them through Battletech Blades of Honor. But as Sam just rallied the cast's rallying cry around, we cannot stand to see Radisaurus win, and so he must lose. He must lose. Does it? Did James? Andrew? They don't need to see them lose.
Look, I would love for James to lose, but I'm not trying to go for the grand slam here.
Oh, I understand. You want to keep your
reasonable.
expectations realistic.
Yeah, look, it's like if I go play chess against Magnus Carlsen, I'm not gonna think that I'm gonna make the win happen there. I gotta keep the expectations real.
Yeah, I was gonna say that winning against James would be a very slim chance.
And also, I want everyone in the cast to know there's if people want to see AP and the rest of this cast play games together, you just have to lobby AP to play again. My personal pitch is to force AP to run Burning Wheel for me again, but that's
here's my double pitch to you. Have you considered Burning Empire?
I actually am very interested in that idea. Let's talk about that later.
Oh, the alien invasion.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I've been on a real XCOM Terra Invicta kick lately, so
I've never played that game, but I'm quite intrigued by the idea.
Well, I want you to imagine that aliens invade and you belong to a secret, maybe fascist super organization of nations that fight back secretly without anyone knowing.
Interesting.
And look, as long as I'm shilling for XCOM, I should talk about its younger brother, Xenonauts, which is XCOM if it took place during the Cold War.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So rather than having futuristic plasma weapons, you're fighting off aliens with M16s and F15s. It's super sick.
Oh yeah.
All your personnel are either NATO or Russian, and they're just the commander, I shall advance.
So it's literally Independence Day.
Yeah, I mean, Independence Day took place in 1994 or something like that, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Kenny Loggins,
pretty close to Cold War.
Kenny Loggins is at attention for that game.
I don't know if you saw the operations room, but their April 1st report was Independence Day, the first battle of the Black Knight Squadron.
Yeah, and that is why.
Wait a second, Black Knight Squadron. What? This isn't a real battle. And then they were Black Knight won, and I was like, wait a second, isn't that Will Smith's character from Independence Day?
They are top tier YouTube channel.
Sometimes you just gotta punch an alien.
True. But sometimes that's all it takes.
All right. Now, I looked at the missions you guys wanted to take first, and I looked at the missions that the other team wanted to take first. There was very little agreement, so the first mission we're going to is in a small town called Hisangki, and it is the espionage and sabotage mission to infiltrate state media. I want you to imagine Aspen, Colorado, but Japanese. Instead of blossoms coming down, it's sakura blossoms in a small town ski resort with a local garrison of what are called candy stripers, which are the elite police forces. These are the second sons of a number of noble houses or perpetual fuck-ups, are basically sold to the police department and sent here. Their job, rather than enforcing the brutal fascist regime of the Draconis Combine, is more or less to give tourist directions to the various locations around this small town that's filled with coffee shops and bookstores. The biggest draw is the Ruth Miller show. Dr. Ruth Miller gives advice on how you can more harmoniously live within the society of the Draconis Combine. People will call in or write letters to Dr. Ruth Miller, and she will answer them. However, Dr. Ruth Miller lives at the local radio station / government compound area, which is a heavily guarded... I'm sorry, it's not heavily guarded. It's heavily remote. It's located at the top of the ski resort, a ways off from it. It has a small contingent of guards, from what you were able to pick up on aerial surveillance. And there seems to be like several paths to get to it that may or may not be guarded. Dr. Ruth Miller lives at the compound. Whether or not she has any information, the compound itself almost certainly has military intelligence that you can acquire and help shape the way that this war is going. Angus, you are infiltrating as a member of a fictional Yakuza group, the Smoke Jaguars. And you have been given local contacts for the Yakuza group that controls the town of Hisenki, which is the Heavenly Lotus Flower Society.
Right.
Now, the opening moves of how you would like to gather information and execute your raid are up to you, at which point the Blades of Honor group will react to your actions and we'll see how things go from there. You
Okay.
tell me what your street plan
I
is.
feel like we made a whole plan and I don't remember any of it.
So the Mistel, I remember my gang's the Mistlingses.
The Mist Links, very well.
And the Mistlingses, I was supposed to come up with tenets of the gang.
Okay.
And I think they will. I did have a little bit of them, so I wanted to. At least I know I had 2 in the bag for sure. And I was kind of workshopping the third one when we're ready. But I think they will definitely play into what this theme looks like. The first one was Shred in Silence. So I feel like we need to like definitely like some. I mean, it's actually really funny because this is about a ski resort. So the idea of shredding involving like late night.
No, yeah,
Skiing down
they all
slope.
like they all have like skis or snowboards. That
Yeah,
they, like,
but I was
use.
I was
Wait,
thinking of just like taking out people at night, but like, you know, with
Yeah.
daggers and stuff. But like this, I know, but like the idea of using snowboards is actually.
Porque no dos. I mean, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like let's
Yeah.
go freaking.
I'm imagining
yeah,
like
we're taking-
someone like wants to do like a nice night ski and they just like kind of
Yeah.
like propulsion ski themselves up a hill to like
I mean,
take them out.
We are. I forget which 007 it is, but like there's definitely one where like the bots are chasing 007 down like a slalom. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely...
only we're the baddies.
In
You know,
like Stad or something.
when they're
you
trying to
said-
capture somebody.
When you said using skis, I was thinking snowboards, and I was definitely thinking of Bond villains where like they replace
Yeah.
all their teeth with like razor sharp jaws. Instead, you just have a snowboard that has like a spike at the front of it. You snowboard behind people and you slam into them. That's what I was thinking this whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
so-
thinking full on like the hat throw, right? So you do jumps and you
Nobody
decapitate
likes
people
Oddjob.
going
He's the
down the
worst
hill.
character.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
But the idea of
Ridiculous.
setting something up to make someone have an accident on the slopes, like from intervening with them on their way down, kind of thing, seems
Skiing is
pretty
very dangerous. It's a
Yeah.
dangerous sport.
right.
And it could,
We're not allowed
could be
to-
as simple as like putting debris in front of them as they're going down the slope, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I
okay,
don't-
so this is the espionage and sabotage, right? So
Hmm?
we're trying to get information. Like, what's our
Wait,
goal?
wait, hold on. Eric's got 2 more.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but I had a corollary to this plan though. I feel like the chalet of this Vale place of the what's it called?
Yusen
Yusan Key, is probably like the Continental. Like we can't hurt anybody there. Like on the actual
No,
premise.
no violence in the hotel.
Yeah, in the
In
chalet.
the chalet, rather.
Yeah. So definitely that one. The next one was always going to be like, you know, the crew comes first kind of thing. Like we're family. I don't know. I need a good one. Something about cats. Cats claw together. I don't know.
That's
Oh,
protect
together.
Hang in there. I don't know. Something like that, right?
Oh gosh, I'm now fixated on like cat's claw in the corner or something like that. But like,
I don't know, because we're misling, so we have like to have like that like you know what I mean? Like
no, cat's claw and congregation. It's too long, but I like the
cat's
alliteration.
claw and congregation. Yeah, man, I like that. That's a good Wu-Tang album. Yeah. Um, I think the last one has to be like honor the alpha or something like that. So it's about me.
Sure.
It has to be self like,
Now let's
just
be
like,
clear. You don't actually have a gang. You're just showing up alone.
oh, I thought I took over a small gang.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
heck?
the whole point.
Yeah.
The whole point
Oh,
was
the heck,
that
man?
okay, all right.
I got the
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, the whole
Okay,
point was he
story.
pulled the move that he pulled on Solaris.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'm vaguely remembering that now. All right, you do have a gang.
Yeah, I think like Angus Lead is the leader of the pack or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Is this Greece now?
Yeah, exactly.
of course it-
it definitely absolutely is.
It's you're the king of the pride. King of
Oh
the
yeah,
pride.
okay, there you go. I don't really remember what Celeste's role in this was, but I feel like she was supposed to be the face. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're absolutely right. I think your angle was, if I remember correctly, that you were going to we were going to two-prong it. We are going to go from the bottom and the top. So you were going to try to find someone that would flip.
Yeah.
We would find dirty leverage with the bottom approach, and then you were going to find someone to flip on the other side, and that would be kind of the traitor among the combine
Yeah.
that got us into taking military secrets.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, hold on. Can I cast a quick spell here? I want to do crazy harebrained scheme. The goal is on the slopes. My gang needs to injure somebody, so they go to the hospital, and we like do a switcheroo in the hospital and like
Ooh.
for someone important to get access somewhere, kind of situation.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, something like wild like that.
I like that. I like this. I mean, this sounds extremely cinematic, so I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Well, I have good news for you. Local politician, like a provincial level politician, is coming to the town very famously, not only for an election event, but also to ski.
I mean, we couldn't write it better ourselves, y'all.
Are we and is our goal to injure them and impersonate them?
Listen, that's all I'm saying is if you're looking for someone to replace, that's one good guy. There are plenty of other characters within the small town of Helsinki who you've never even met. All right? I want you to imagine we've entered into the Twin Peaks section of this show.
Oh.
But with less
okay.
mysticism and, like people who can fluently talk backwards.
I'm sure this is going to cost me a lot of nerd credits with your fans, but I've actually never seen.
Don't say
Twin
it.
Peaks.
Don't say it. Don't.
I think it's okay to not watch
I'm just
Twin
kidding,
Peaks.
I'm
Let's
just
be
kidding.
very clear here. It's a really old show, and
I've
it's
never
super
seen it.
cerebral.
Yeah. I've heard good things, but man, I've never seen it.
It was weird.
Anyway, it was like basically like Lost before
Yeah.
Lost, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only
Gotcha.
thing that kept it afloat for many years was the fact that because it ended, there was like explanations and solutions to many of its weird, freaky shit.
Oh, interesting.
Like some people were like, there isn't anything weird going on here. It'll all be explained in time. And then they were like, actually, magic is definitely involved. In show, they're like, canonically, magic is real.
Oh my god.
A man
alrighty.
can turn into an eagle.
So wait, so I need to make friends with this politician person?
I'm not saying you have to do that. That's just
I'm
one
asking Eddie
possibility.
what the plan was. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
No, so I mean, there's two things. You could either befriend them or you can impersonate them and replace them.
Well, aren't they a man?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's the impersonate is going to be tough, I think.
You could replace them in some respect. I don't know. Yeah,
I think we're better off trying to have Celeste befriend this person.
okay. I think the question is like, are you? How are you approaching that? Like, are you coming in?
Here is my suggestion. I have an extra skill point to spend, so I will bump my athletics to 0, and we can say like we can like the way in is like Celeste could be like hired to like spend the day skiing with this guy and like showing him around the mountain and stuff.
I was going to suggest you as an intern into like the political thing, but the idea of you actually being like the guide on the slopes or like
Yeah.
cool rival.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think,
even a possible like will they, won't they love interest.
Ooh.
oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. She's supposed to be like a
Then fatale.
no,
Yeah, thank you.
But,
Yeah.
but she's supposed to be like a some kind of bureaucrat or something that this politician needs is basically like the setup is basically this guy thinks that she is some sort of bureaucrat or ambassador or whatever, and they're supposed to spend the day skiing together. And you see what I'm saying, right? It's
So
like,
step 1 is to get yourself inserted into his schedule.
great.
Step one.
Who wants to be in charge of this role? This sounds like the kind of hacking bullshit that Celeste would not be in charge of, and instead Athena would be in charge of. But
I mean, that is fair. Yes, I am pre-tech and post-tech too.
This is definitely a post-tech hacking role for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you want to go about it, Athena?
I think it's good old social engineering.
So let me set the scene. Charlie Briggs Bronson, local provincial lord. Not a lord. He's not a noble. He's a elected official. We get to his campaign offices where the prep staff have gotten there. You know, the people who arrive a day before the event to make sure everything's fine. Skeleton crew is at a local convention center conference room, you know, making sure everybody's got hotel rooms. There's a big thing on the wall that shows like all of the local people of note that you can interact with. And there's a big sign that says Aoi O'Connor, ski instructor, part-time bartender at the ski resort. You need to remove her name from the board and get your sister, whatever her fake identity is, replaced as his local ski instructor and guide for the day. Plenty of people are walking around. They appear to be handsome, young Japanese men and women of the ages between 18 and 25, wearing cheap suits right off the rack, carrying coffee cups and manila folders, plenty of papers all around. They're covered in electronic devices. Because Battletech is a future of the 80s, they have beepers and Blackberries for sure. They all have a belt Blackberry case, which if you're too young to know what that is, you're probably too young to watch the show. Oh, remember when the government issued everybody a Blackberry? That was wild.
BlackBerry's still big in encrypted tech, or at least they were the last time I looked into it.
Oh no!
I have so many comments to follow up with that.
No, I think we were drinking the same Kool-Aid there, AP.
Oh, are we?
Also,
are we sending the same signal to each other?
Yeah.
There's a pretty good movie about BlackBerry with the guy who plays Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Wow, with John Blackberry?
It's like about the founder or something, but it's good.
Wow.
Athena, how do you insert yourself into this situation to insert your sister into this situation?
So we're at an office. I think
People are walking back and forth. Buzzword. Excitement, buzzword. Catchphrase of the senator.
yeah. I think Athena, kind of goes in with a couple of, maybe someone like asked for coffees or something like that, and they're bringing in like a tray of something to kind of like insert them into the situation, assuming that there's access already, right? If it's kind of an open floor, there's no like security guards.
There's no security guards.
Great.
You walk in dressed how with a bunch of coffees?
Dressed like someone that's ready to get down with business, like basically someone that is looking to be a little bit nondescript, like they're basically running errands for people.
Okay. You walk in with the coffees. Somebody goes, "Is this another temp? Which office are you with?"
I'm with the regional office.
Regional office. Okay. Well, let's get the coffees down here. All right. Look, I need you to sort these out alphabetically. Okay. And they hand you a big pile of papers.
Right. I was asked to make sure that the schedules are in order as well.
Okay. Well, we have a scheduler, so we don't need you to do that for us.
Okay. Well, I'll start working on this, and just I need to double check the schedule because I heard there was some mix up with the schedules.
I would like for you to start your political manipulations with a social engineering check of persuasion, I should think.
Okay. I have a 2 in persuade.
Okay.
And a 14 in charisma.
So that's a +2 overall.
Dina is much better at persuade than I would have guessed.
I've invested.
There's 4 dice there, not 2.
I did not see that. That was a stack.
EricVulgaris has been doing
Dice
Lord's work over here.
I like my shapes.
Okay. I'm not going to say
see.
what that number is out loud because I
Okay.
think you're probably going to want to re-roll that.
And I can re-roll 1,
You
right?
can re-roll once an hour.
Right.
So if you re-roll now, you'll have another re-roll ready to go in the last 20 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can reroll both dice.
Yes, you can re-roll. You have to re-roll both dice.
Oh, I have to?
Yes, you can't just
Yeah.
choose to re-roll
damn.
one. You re-roll the whole thing. That's better.
That's
Okay,
a
so
9.
that's a total of 9. Okay. This person you're talking to is so frustrated with talking to you that they keep like going like, don't go near the schedule, and you're like, but I have to check the schedule. What really happens isn't that you convince them of anything, it's just that you keep them talking before they throw you out long enough that they have to go do something else rather than continue talking to you. And they just like take your coffees, set them down on the table. As soon as the coffees are out of your reach and on the table, just people come over like piranhas. The coffees disappear. And this person is like, I have to get back to work. Deal with these papers right now. I'm going to call regional temp agency and we'll talk about this later. And then they leave. And you can hear them like, does anyone have the phone number for regional temp agency? Someone's like, regional temp agency? Do they work for us? You have a straight shot. No one's paying attention to you. Everyone is busy.
Yeah, so like as the scheduler goes up to get a coffee, I want to slink in and make sure that I ship the schedules.
Okay.
So that way Celeste's character pseudonym, which insert pseudonym here. We can say that you can come up with whatever you want, Sam.
What is the pseudonym you'd like to give for your sister?
Ooh. I'm trying to think of a good femme fatale name. Callisto. No, that's too risky.
So Carnival.
Carnival, there it is. That's it.
Actually, that's That's kind of a banger of a name. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie.
I'm gonna need a bureaucracy roll for you to not only insert this name onto the board, but like get the security passes, background check, all of that paperwork in the right inbox,
Okay.
so that there are no problems for Celeste when she shows up.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I want to be clear: getting her name up on this schedule is not at contest here. You absolutely do that, but when Callisto Carnival shows up, this role is whether or not security personnel have vetted her or not. If there's a
Right.
problem, she may be looked at more deeply.
Got you. Would I be able to use post-tech to
No.
create this?
No, it's bureaucracy. If there's a skill specifically for the exact thing we're using, we're going to use that.
No, hold on. Hear me out though. He
Okay.
has to use post tech
Yeah.
to create like the counter ice, and we have a battle. You know, like that's what we're doing for the hacking. Pure like Netrunner style.
I mean, I have a plus. I have
Shadowrun.
a rank 1 in bureaucracy. So I think
Yeah.
the main thing that.
Okay, fine.
Well,
Go this way.
I do like your thought there. Maybe I can do a post tech to see if that aids me in this.
When you came to me, I asked you how you wanted to do this hacking, and
Social
you told me
engineering.
social engineering.
Yeah, you had your chance to just fucking make a posting roll, and for some reason you went a whole different direction. I really don't know why.
Because it sounded fun.
It's gonna be.
You could have got him with a phishing email pretty easily.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie. These
yeah,
people seem like they
That's
open.
honestly true. That's
These
very
dudes
true.
open anything. Let's
It's
be
gonna
real.
be intelligence bureaucracy here. I'm gonna count that die as a 5 and a 4.
Amazing. Wow.
If you have 1 in bureaucracy, that's 0. What's your intelligence?
12.
Wait, hold on. Do you have a +1 in it, or have you invested one in
I
it?
have a rank 1.
So it's a 0. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 9 total.
So it's a 9 total. All right. You hip bump. The files for Aoi O'Connor fall out of the inbox. Her perfect track record: a 24-year-old ski instructor, part-time bartender, security flawless, background check immaculate, credit check perfect for a young self-starter like herself. Her bartending,
Social credit.
yeah, social. Draconic cover. Yes, her military intelligence record background indicates that she has despite this being a Davian bordered world, she has no contact with any, and a tourist town. She does not have any contact with any such people. You bump her from the inbox to the outbox so no one ever notices that she didn't get processed. There's no green stamp on it. And you put your sister's paperwork. Just as simple, you're going through the other manila folder that you've been handed, and you drop your manila folder into the inbox, which opens up and shows your sister kind of staring blankly at a camera on a white, background showing how tall she is, with Callisto Carnival, ski instructor. She's been brought in from the northern continent as a special ski instructor. It has a bunch of pics that are obviously Athena's face that have been copy pasted onto a snow bunny's. Like your sister skiing down a hill, and then what's obviously her face photoshopped onto somebody else's body. Vanity pics of Callisto in the air doing a jump while spinning sort of thing, with her back facing towards the camera, so you don't even need to copy paste anything.
That was the post tech. That was the post tech.
Ah, there we go. There's yes, post tech is Adobe Photoshop.
It's pretty solid. It's solid work. I like to think that I hand the person that filed and organized A to Z as part of this doing all this work in conjunction, and just off to the next errand and leave the office.
All right, they're sipping from their coffee. They get a phone call back that's just yeah, this is the operator for Heesing Kate. There is no regional temp agency here. And the person's just I don't know. Shit. Someone find the temp. Figure out what's going on. Their BlackBerry rings again. They're like, fuck. Okay. Yeah, of course, Senator. Yes, we're all here. I'll get you on speakerphone on my BlackBerry. All right, so the day before Charlie Briggs Bronson arrives, you have successfully inserted Callisto Carnival as a temporary one-day ski instructor for a big-time senator.
Well done.
What's step 2 of this master plan?
I think we settled on we're gonna have a fake assassination and I'm gonna save this guy. Is that what we decided?
Yeah, so we have to make it look kind of real, and then you have to save him. So exactly.
Okay. Who's the assassin? I guess is the first part. And how do you want to set this assassination up? I assume it's taking place on the slopes.
Yeah, I assume the assassins are Eric's people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, literally my people, not even Angus's.
Yeah.
EricVulgaris and a bunch of rough Irish boys show up.
I got the RA on this, dude.
Oh shit!
No, I'm just kidding.
They traveled through
That's
time
so
and space.
tasteless. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, P. You
no,
probably
for-
got demonetized.
That's fine. No, for real though. I think I have to lead. I have to lead from the front on this one, so I think I have to be the assassin who gets thwarted by my sister.
And the others are just there to make it look real.
Yeah, and like give me like my escape plan or like, you know, that kind of stuff. But like
I
I'm
think you
supposed to be
probably want somebody to take the fall for you. You know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah,
you need to get away. Someone has to cover your escape.
You probably just want to like send someone that way we can just fucking like
Oh yeah, no,
actually
yeah,
burn the person.
right,
You know what I mean? Like-
right, escaping, yeah, right,
Yes.
escaping, yeah, not getting caught, yeah, essential to the plan, yes.
Well, you'll be
yeah,
dead
okay,
if
then
you
I'll
get
send
caught,
I'll send
so.
a nice little toady, yeah, I'll send my favorite toady, or my least favorite toady, I guess would actually be the better way.
You're most reliable. Well,
True, no, I need them to shut up. They have to be my most reliable toady. My little Mist Lynx Myrmidon.
Okay, I want you to roll
do it.
2d6, and we're going to determine how good the best member of the Mist Lynx is based on this roll. Higher is obviously better.
Just a 2d6 like quality check kind of
Yes.
situation.
You know what,
Okay,
Eric?
gotcha.
Just for you, I'll say lower is better. A 2 is the most perfect toady who's ever lived.
God.
I hate you. I'm gonna roll high now. Why did you do this to me? 5. Just
He rolled
kidding.
a 5.
Hey, it's better.
He's
better
pretty
than average.
good, actually. This is the equivalent of rolling what, a 9?
Yeah. Yeah, from a 7 plus 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, about a 9. He went to, you know, not like Shinobi training, but like maybe he played like Shinobi in like a TV series, like, you know, something like that. He had some
I think
kind
he's
of
just a rough
theatrical
street boy who recognizes how, you know, important you are now that you've taken over the gang. And when
Oh,
you're
he was
like,
come on, he's a failed
I need you to do this hit, and when they put you away, you can't say who you're with. You can't say shit to the police. It goes, that's right, boss. I won't say anything. Won't say a single word for you, boss. I'll die for you. I'll die for you.
I love it. I love that despite being on in Japanese Veil, the guy still like has a Cockney accent.
Yeah,
He's from the east end of Japan's London district.
Japan's, yeah. Dude, mini London town is real.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
want you to guarantee that if I did a Japanese accent here, an East End Japanese accent, someone would call me racist for sure. But if I do the London accent, everybody smiles.
Yeah, probably me.
So I'm gonna stick with the accents I think I can get away with, and you can just imagine that he's doing it very Japanesely.
That's fair.
I got you. I appreciate that.
People were really
many
upset about my fully voice acted Shadowrun Hong Kong run. I was like, I've literally run out of Asian voice acting voices for all of the unique characters in this game. I literally have nothing. My tank is empty, and they're like, you've reached halfway through the game. Here's a bunch of new characters. And I'm like, fuck it. Everybody sounds exactly like me now. All right. I'm making a roll. I got a 3. This is good for you. My roll was whether this individual actually kills Charlie during the assassination attempt. In fact, He has bungled it quite badly.
Well, hold on.
Well, hang on. No.
I would like to do a thing. I want to do a thing.
All right.
Yeah, this is a proactive role on Sam's end. Go ahead.
I want it to look like a really good assassination attempt, and I just fucking kill the assassin.
Okay.
So should I paint you a word picture before or after I roll?
I think
AP?
before. I want to know how you set this up, because when you fail on the dice roll, I will describe about how badly it goes for you.
I mean,
So
dude.
I think that like throughout the day, Celeste
A
is like,
Yeti? Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Ski
Celeste-
freestyle? That's crazy,
Celeste,
dude. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Celeste gets a big Yeti costume and then runs through the window.
What are you guys doing?
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I interrupt you for a bit, like I always do. Go ahead.
I mean, there are those ski outfits that do make you look like a Yeti. If you're
He
puffy.
is going full Bigfoot. No, so throughout the day, I think Celeste is like gassing this guy up and like making him think he's like a much better skier than he actually is.
Now, let's be clear. This is an old Japanese man in his 60s who's never skied before in his entire life. He's doing one of those things where he goes to a...
skied before?
Yeah, I want you to imagine a politician who goes to a state fair and is like, I love corn from this district, and then starts eating it, not like Cobb style, but like from the end, like,
Oh yeah, that's even
corn,
that's
so
even
good.
better. That's even better. Then basically Celeste is gonna play up his like trying to like
Folksy
act like
charm.
he's good at this thing,
Okay.
right? Like he does this thing all the time and be like, oh, then like clearly we can go to this like backcountry area where it's like
Double black diamond.
yeah, like away from people, very dangerous hill, et cetera, et cetera.
Young lady, I need footage for my campaign. Now, we can't be away from everyone.
Well, an excellent skier like you, I got to just make sure that we get the best snow possible.
You really think I'm ready for double black diamond?
Oh, well, these are not marked trails, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Oh, the unmarked trails for a frontiersman like myself who's willing to go off the map to find solutions. Yes, we can turn this into an allegory.
I knew that we were the same type of person, Senator.
Oh.
I knew that we were kindred spirits.
All right, I want to be very clear to Celeste. When you say that, this guy's like, do I have a shot with this girl?
Yeah,
Oh yes,
that's-
yeah. I could feel
that's
the
whole
heat.
point.
I could feel
Okay.
there was heat.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Let's continue to talk about how you set this guy up for assassination.
Yeah, so then once we're in, this kind of backcountry area, Eric's assassin is supposed to show up. And then, he thinks that he's going to like try to make, he thinks he's like actually killing this guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he like comes in to try to kill this guy and I want to kill him.
Yeah.
When you say him, you mean the assassin, not the senator.
Yeah, the assassin.
All right. If your roll is below a 7, you fail. On a 7 to 9, you will succeed. On a 10 plus, you will get a long montage battle where the senator the whole time is like a figure of comedy where he's like, whoa! And like you get in there with a ski pole and like you block a sword attack. And then it continues for like a really long ass time before you finally overcome him. And like it's an incredible story that no one would believe if the senator didn't have his GoPro on to record the whole thing.
Okay, excellent. So
Okay.
then in that case, based on that, I would like to my weapon of choice. I would like to be a ski pole. So
Yes.
I think that's combat primitive.
I'll take combat primitive or I'll take athletics. Either of these are going to be charisma because it's about the deception of the thing rather than successfully.
I'll take combat
It's about
primitive.
panache.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, I forgot. You have an 18
I have
charisma.
I have a +1 in combat primitive and a +2 in charisma.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna be rolling with a +3.
Can't wait for these double ones.
Yeah, well, that would be my luck.
Does this count? Hold on, before you roll, does this count as combat for rerolling
Oh.
purposes?
I'll say yes.
Wait, hold on. Doesn't combat work totally different?
Oh, this
If
is a
you-
skill test.
If you fail this, I will let you re-roll it using your warrior ability.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
don't fucking need it.
It's-
11 plus 3 is a 14.
They legitimately in 2 years time are going to make a movie about this that's like dramatized documentary, you know what I mean, like with real footage as it actually happened, but they're gonna have a younger, hotter version of you protecting an older, more distinguished senator played by like the most leading man in Hollywood, just slightly aged up. And yeah, like
The hilarious part of this is that Celeste is 21 years old, and
Yeah.
frankly, that's very believable for Hollywood. And 21, too old. Too old.
this guy hits a 3 and he just keeps fucking up the assassination over and over again. He's got like a katana, and at the end, like after you've gone over like 2 miles of double black diamond downslope, and on top of blocking attacks, right, you also have to get the senator out of his Wallace and Gromit style dangers where he's like, I can go off the trail. Whoa, 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 whoa. You have to like get him and like physically shift him back on. Yeah, like it is absolutely wild. And at the end of
Meanwhile,
it-
she's like fencing this samurai sword with the ski pole. Yeah.
At the end of
I'm
it,
ju-
this guy pulls out a gun. And like the audience in the future is like shocked. They're like, oh, so dishonorable. I can abide an assassination on an elected official, but using a gun? And then you say some sort of quippy line, and your character kicks him out off a cliff, and he goes sailing backwards while firing the gun. No! Your character shreds the skis. A huge wave of snow follows him down. You don't go over the edge. You keep the senator from going over the edge. And then the two of you go arm in arm down the rest of the hill. There's a whole romance subplot for the movie that may or may not be real. We're about to find out in the next couple of rolls here.
The romance could work as a blackmail, like the whole Russian honeypot situations. You know, that's a pretty classic
the
one.
route I was actually thinking about going is that once Celeste makes this guy like fall in love with her, she's gonna pull the old like I need your help move.
Oh,
Like-
nice. Yeah,
Like
okay.
I'm like, you know, the Federated Sons are blackmailing me. I need your help.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, yeah. We're
The
going Raymond
devious
Chandler
Federated
maxing.
Sons.
Okay, yeah,
We're going
let's do it.
Obi-Wan.
Evil
You're my only
Lockman
hope.
Dougal.
Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. You
Hans
make it to
David
the bottom
himself
of the
is.
slopes.
The only
rushed
thing that
this
will help me
guy-
is military secrets, please.
They rush this guy to the local hospital aid station to check out his blood
Fucking
pressure.
what's his name? This is real. What's his name? The general that got in the blackmail scandals for selling secrets to the journalist he was banging
Oh, I
in the
know.
Iraq War.
Yeah, hold
Who is
on.
he?
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
He
This
and
is,
she were
this
both
is in the
on
dome, but I
The
just don't remember who
Daily
it
Show.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to
Anyway.
look this up.
Anyway.
Continue. That's so funny that this is actually real when we joke about it. Okay, sorry. Continue.
They take this senator to the local hospital, and you know, like he does as he's going in, he's like, I feel fit as an ox sort of deal, you know, like this is just entirely routine. Then he gets in, and the doctors are like, your blood pressure is 180 over 70, sir. We're gonna, you know, we need you to lie down and like relax. Floods of interns are in there the whole time, and like political people, everybody's trying to get a hold on the story. His GoPro is removed so that the footage can get out there, but the whole time is Celeste sitting in like the chair at the table in his area. Everyone is ignoring her more or less, even though he's constantly like heaping praise upon you. And then at some point, magically, everyone has left when a doctor is like, all right, he needs his rest. And he closes the door, and it's just the two of you in his private hospital room, and the sound of, you know, the IV drip and the beeping of his blood pressure monitor thingy.
Yeah. Celeste will like pull her chair next to him and like, you know, like take his hand as though like she's like very worried that he won't make it. But she's not gonna say anything to start with.
All right, he starts with, young lady, thank you so much. This has been a huge move for my career, and of course you've saved my life. I can't begin to thank you enough.
just worry about getting better for now.
Is there something that I can do for you?
Well,
Some reward that I can offer as a provincial governor?
well, no, I couldn't possibly ask you.
No, please.
I couldn't possibly.
I have to insist.
I mean,
One more button of his shirt gets undone.
it's like, well, there is. No, it's really too serious. I couldn't possibly do this to you.
My dear, I feel a closeness to you like I would my own granddaughter. Please, if there's something that I can do for my hero, my savior, you must tell me.
Yeah, so Celeste is gonna try to start crying, and then she's gonna like tell him this completely made up sob story about like how like her like family was like taken in by like the spies of the evil Lachlan McDougall, and you know, the devious House Genji, and like how they were like you know, trying to take over Valentina, you know, as though like raising the homes and the estates of the nobles was not enough. They needed to have it all, that kind of shit. And then, you know, it's like kind of like I think the idea is basically like the Federated Sons like has her family or whatever, you know. And like she just needs his help. And I think maybe the way she pitches it is like, if only he could help her, maybe we can like turn the tables on them and, you know, turn their sort of spycraft into like a double agent type situation. Basically, she basically wants to like get this guy sort of convinced that he can win in like a number of ways, right? Like he can like get like a big like kind of political win against an adversary that he could like deliver to military intelligence while winning the girl. Very, very James Bond. Like make this guy think that he can be James Bond in this story effectively.
So the just so I understand what the final move of this chess game is. Your plan is to get the military intelligence from the facility, then take it to a meeting with your handler, and you will offer the military intelligence, but it's actually a double cross where you flip the handler to work for the senator.
I think what her pitch is more like a slow roll, right? Like she's trying to convince this guy to become her agent while thinking he's playing like some double agent game.
Interesting.
Instead of like earnestly convincing him to become an agent for the Federated Sons, she wants him to become a Federated Sons agent who thinks that he is like working some kind of like
He's a
secret
reverse double agent.
Yeah, exactly.
For his lover.
And the whole thing is supposed to be like playing on this guy's like sense of importance, sense of intelligence, right? Like he's too smart to possibly become like, you know, a mark. You know, he has to be the guy that's really turning the tables, right?
I think I have 3 different skills you could roll for this.
Cool.
In your favor, they're probably all going to require charisma as the stat, which I hate, but you rolled real good when you were rolling, so
And
I think that
real care of a charisma.
Success on a 6+ for security. I think a 8+ on bureaucracy and a 9+ on persuade. Any one of those 3 skills.
I've got a 0 in persuade, so let's go with that.
Okay. You need a 9+.
All right, so I need a 7 or better on the dice.
Okay.
That's a 6, not quite.
It's a rough sell on
So
this
it's
one.
an 8 total.
Yeah. He's definitely like, this is a dangerous game you're playing. And I don't know that I can... military intelligence secrets? I don't know that I can play around with that. Not with the elections so close. That's so dangerous. Maybe I can do this another way. Give me some time to think, to call some people. I know military personnel, and I have some minor influence with the internal security force. I'll get them looking for your lost family. Maybe we can rescue them on the devious world of Whittington.
Oh man, I'm not sure how we can twist this back into our favor here. Anyone got any ideas?
I mean, I guess one is redirect. So try to redirect towards not necessarily trying to save your family, but and like, you know, there's kind of a fine line that you have to.
Oh no, I've got it. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay. Go
We
ahead.
just need to get in. We just need to have this guy get us in the room with the right, like,
Yeah.
military officer, and then, like, we, you know, bug their whatever.
Hang
You
on.
know, you make your post
Hang on.
roll.
Better idea. Better
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
And that's when you notice the red dot on his chest, and you save him again.
Okay, yeah, and this time we make him think that the fucking Draconis military intelligence is after him. Okay, that's actually perfect. Yeah, okay. Let's go with
I don't know
that.
how we planned this. This is incredibly dangerous. I don't know.
Secondary fucking assassination rescue.
And yes.
All right, Eric. If you're doing this, I'm gonna need a stealth dexterity roll to
that's fair.
get into position and then get out of position once the
All right.
once Celeste has jumped in the way and like grabbed the senator and wheeled him out of the.
Yeah, this is Jason Bourne on the rooftop across from the CIA building.
Hold on. Can I
GIF?
can
What
I
a
offer something
specific
here?
reference.
Yeah. Can I offer like Celeste or not Celeste, Athena? Gosh, I'm getting names mixed up today. Athena helping with like some kind of tech or like basically
Overwatch?
like Mission Impossible. This is totally Mission Impossible moment.
All right, you're like, Eric is showing up. Angus is just in like a black bodysuit with like it can tear away into civilian clothes, long ass rifle. Athena shows up and is wearing like 80 pounds worth of electronic equipment. You know, like is setting up a fake
No,
series of walls that project the image that's on the other side of the wall, so that you know.
Got like a little drone.
Yeah, you
flying
look
over.
invisible. Yeah, there's a drone. You're a spotter. You've got electronic binoculars.
Hold on. Yeah, the ski the actual like ski poles can disassemble into like a rifle.
Oh my god.
Or blow dart.
Yeah,
blow
dude.
dart would be good too. Oh,
I don't know that we want to do a
Dude,
blow dart.
laser point on it. Dude, oh my god, a laser sight on a blow dart?
Eric, you're too far. You have to come back.
I don't know. Okay, fine.
I don't know that
I
you
think
want
it
a
can pierce glass.
15-foot laser sight.
Okay. Stealth roll.
With
am I getting
dexterity.
the plus one?
You're getting a plus
from-
one from
our
your
help.
sister.
Okay. 7?
Oh, 7 total? Okay. Yeah,
Is that a pass?
that'll pass.
Yeah, so
Barely.
there's
Thank
like,
God.
you know,
I got a 1. Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
1 on stealth, and then your plus 1 carries me.
Okay.
I'm imagining it's like as he says, like, and we can rescue them from Whittington. Like the laser like hits him, and Celeste is like, "Get down!" You know, like tackles him.
A doctor bursts into the room, and then like several seconds later, like a security guy pushes the doctor against the wall. 2 more security personnel come in with guns out. Like one of them throws himself over the 2 of you lying on the floor. The blood pressure monitor's like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. Celeste, like, you know, like after like saving him, she's like, and she's gonna like say this like in a very like whispered tone. She's like, "This must go deeper than I thought. They must have people on the inside."
Truthfully, it's probably not even a gun. I just literally like just put a laser pointer
a laser
into
sight?
the pole to give the impression. Yeah, to give the impression that
We
you're
would
being
need the
aimed at.
shot to like go off, right?
No, because he just has to see the laser on him, and you put him out of the way,
enough.
right? Then I don't have to shoot, and then it goes away,
The
right?
2 of you immediately begin evacuating the area. About 30 seconds
Yeah.
later, several police cars pull up outside, and a military intelligence black operations helicopter begins making its way from the top of the ski lift down to like hover over your position. Even in pure daylight, spotlights come down on where you were. There's like a hard-bitten detective in a red and white striped suit that's called the Candy Stripers. It literally looks like a barbershop pull. He shows up. He looks absolutely ridiculous. He takes a cigarette out of his mouth. He scrunches it down on the roof of the building, which is one of the ones that has like a bunch of rocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up there. He puts it out there and is looking at like physical evidence. He picks up, like a shell casing on the end of a pen. He goes, "So, Hirohito, that's what we got here. Some sort of smart-ass wise guy trying to take the senator out again. Well, I won't stand for it. Not in this small town. I'm gonna find whoever did this." The police chief's just like, "I can't have you running out on these streets doing whatever you want." He's like, "Damn it. I'm gonna get my answers from the street."
Meanwhile, Celeste is like,
The two of you have been rushed into a black limousine that has preceded by black tint window SUVs on either side. The senator's just like, "Twice in one day, you saved my life. Incredible."
he's gonna be
This
like,
is so good. Honestly, this is genuinely incredible. I'm loving the shit out of this. Keep going.
The driver's
Senator.
just like, "Sir, we have to get you to a secure facility. We're taking you to the closest military garrison." And that's when we see the limo is going up the hill beyond the ski resort to the radio tower.
Yeah. And Celeste is like, while this guy's like yelling, she's like talking low, so like to try to like make it so these other people can't hear. And
Yeah.
she's going to say, "Who can you really trust, Senator? We have to assume they have people on the inside at this point. Are you sure that if we go into this facility, we're ever coming out?"
I'm going to ask you for another persuasion charisma roll. It's
Yeah.
a 7+ this time.
I don't know if I want to use those dice, dude.
That's a 4 on the
4
dice.
plus 2 is 6.
That's still a failure by 1 again.
Yeah. So she doesn't like, he trusts whoever, right? I guess.
I think he gets your idea that he shouldn't trust anybody. He now also doesn't trust you.
Yeah, sure.
It's like, anyone could kill me at any time. You can see he's like, "I need an armor-proof vest. I bulletproof vest. Anything."
Look, Senator,
He's like looking around at his like affection and sort of like romance toward you turns to like hard look, and he goes, "Anyone could betray me at any time. Anyone could be trying to kill
But
me."
he saved. But
So
she saved his
pulls
life.
She
So, like,
pulls
he
the
could rebuttal that.
classic. Yeah, no, she pulls the classic action movie move where she just slaps him and goes, "Listen up, Senator. If I wanted you dead, you'd already be dead."
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
All right. This is it, Sam. This is all of the beads. You failed this roll twice. It's now a leadership charisma roll, and it's a 9+ because you're slapping a man who's much older than you and in a position of power.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
If you fail this roll, your time in this operation is done. Like, this guy's gonna dump you out of the car.
Shit.
I'm toast. Okay.
You got this. Nah, no fear. No fear.
All right. I
This
have
is easy.
leadership 0 as well as I had
This is easy.
persuade 0. So it's the same.
You need to
roll, I
hit a
believe.
7+ on these dice then with your +2.
This is every day.
Alrighty.
This is every day for someone like Sam.
Are you sure you want to use these red
Use
dice
them every
again?
day.
It's fine.
They've consistently rolled quite low.
It's fine. I'll handle it.
Well, they also rolled an 11. They also rolled me an 11. So,
Okay, dude.
I don't know if you rolled. Like,
The limousine, cut to limousine driving away with Celeste outside the limousine.
Well, hold on. Can I escalate to violence, or am I truly?
I think you
able
just
to
did
do-
escalate to violence, but
Okay.
I'll let you take your pitch here. Like, you slap
Well, I
him,
was-
you try to take command of this situation, he's not into it.
Yeah.
If you don't take another action very shortly, he's going to boot you out of this limousine and continue on his own. You've now ruined this man's life. He's become paranoid. You've staged 2 assassination attempts in one day.
I guess, gang, do we want to bail on the idea of convincing this guy to help us and just go with taking this guy hostage at this point?
oh man.
Because that's the only other thing I can think of. Is to try to kill his guards and take him hostage.
We don't have a safe house for him.
Well, we can just literally take him to this fucking radio tower, get what we need via hostage situation.
Sure, I mean, but isn't he surrounded by what's the tactical situation? Isn't he surrounded by escorts?
Isn't it just me and is it just like
you
us
and a driver
people
in the front?
Yeah, so if I just cap the driver.
Yeah, but you're in a convoy.
You're in a convoy. Yes.
Yeah.
With
you're
two
in a convoy
vehicles.
with 2 other vehicles.
Now look, I will accept Angus and Athena showing up to bushwhack the 2 security vans. 2 security.
I think that's our only option. But Eric, if you've had better ideas than me this whole time, so.
If this is the now you see me moment where this is the real plan all along,
we were in the convoy.
Replace the security personnel. We
were in the convoy the whole time.
Oh,
like we are the convoy, like Ocean's 11, Ocean 11 style, taking off the FBI.
Yeah. Okay, great. So basically, like to set up the role, I think the moment that happens is Celeste just goes, "Fuck, didn't want to have to go this route." Pulls a gun and puts it to the driver's head and just goes, "We are the convoy. If you don't want a hole in your head in just a minute, you're going to drive just the way I tell you to."
I am going to ask for a leadership role.
Yeah, dude.
Don't use the same dice.
It's not for me, right?
What's this dude's alternative?
Isn't there a role? I was assuming that the role is Eric and Celeste being able to successfully infiltrate. Because my thinking is like, if we have the convoy and I have a gun to this guy's head while he's driving, like what else is he gonna fucking do?
No, I think the question is, do you getting control of the limo is first, I guess, still in question, and then the second part would be whether or not the rest of the convoy is in line with you.
I'm kind of sold now that with a gun to the driver's head, he probably isn't going to do anything. You know,
unless the role is, can I get the gun onto him quick enough?
I think you're right, Sam. The role is now to Athena and Angus having infiltrated the security team by swapping in at some point.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm absolutely loving this.
I know, this is so much fun. This is seriously so
just
good.
To be clear,
this is
your
like
chain of failures have led you to a violent revolution.
Yeah.
This is either stealth or security, in my guess. Maybe a chain test.
I would also take post-tech to, if you wanted to literally like get yourselves inserted in the sort of like local private security team rosters.
Dina, it's finally your moment for post-tech.
I know we need like a 40 skill challenge of like assemble these 4 roles together.
Well, I can definitely do post-tech.
I don't think more rolls are good for you, Eric. Not today, given these dice.
Yeah.
I think you want 1 roll.
Okay, that's true. I do prefer.
I'm not saying for you in particular. This whole table has freezing cold dice.
If we roll another 20 minutes, I'll have a reroll.
I mean, yeah, I'll let Eddie take care of it.
You can't gold brick me for 20 minutes. You have 2 minutes to decide what your plan is.
I have a whole quiver of bits here ready to be launched.
I don't accept that.
Okay. All right. Shit, he called my bluff.
Okay, so
you have 110 seconds.
Yeah. Here's my pitch. Okay. So, I think what ends up happening is, I mean, we need to be in the vehicles, or do we need to just take the vehicles?
What the camera didn't show the first time when you were fucking with the records.
Yeah.
On the like campaign, you inserted.
I was thinking Eric was literally like saying it was the like first Ocean's 11 movie scene where like it's following the like car chase, but really like we were in the van where they like, you know, that had already, you know, the van that was like supposed to be the guards or whatever.
Yeah. No, I like that. So okay. I think it's basically like, smash cut or slide cut to Athena working the computer to like shift, redirect the convoy that was with them, the guards that were with them, and swapping them in with us. with again pseudonyms.
Okay.
So what's our pseudonym for Angus and Athena?
I don't know that that's going to be very important right now. I think the success or failure of this, of getting you guys in the cars, is way more important than coming up with fake names.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
will ask. You just need it. You need to have a call sign on your uniform. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I think mine's Angel. Sticking with the like it could be an Angel of Death, Angel of Mercy.
Pretty good.
I was going with an A. I was like trying to stick with Athena. A.
It's a Japanese word for lion.
Shishio.
There you go, Michio. Thank you.
Nice, nice.
I think it's
King of the Pride. King of the Pride. King of the Pride. That's 7. Because I have a +1 in post tech.
I thought you said you had a +2.
I have a rank 2.
Oh. That's
Okay.
very confusing.
What's your intelligence?
12.
Okay. Do you think a 7 is good enough to get yourself swapped into the security team SUV? I'll tell you what.
This
Rather
game
than,
works.
Not without consequences.
I'll tell you what it is. You don't get
With their
the
track record, yes.
no. I'll tell you what it is. It's not that you get the whole SUV. It's that the two of you are in the same SUV. Maybe one of you's a driver, maybe not. But the two other people in the SUV are actual locals.
So you gotta kill them.
So you have to kill them while in the car while somebody is driving. So if you're not the driver, you have the opportunity to kill somebody, but then someone has to take over the
Yeah,
drive.
sounds like Angus work to me.
Come on.
Yeah, this is for sure Athena's the driver.
Then Angus has to kill 2 people while you keep driving.
Should we do actual?
And so in the
combat?
We are
Rewatch?
going to do actual
Yeah.
combat.
Oh shit.
So in the rewatch of the actual movie, you watch as the elected official and Athena like get into that car, but you watch 2 agents like switch seats, and you're like, oh shit, the director knew the whole time. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Okay. Anyways, combat. Yeah.
Okay.
Initiative.
So, yeah, you roll
We're not going to do
Nick.
initiative because you're surprise attacking. You're attacking first. And Athena is also not involved in this because she's going to be driving the car. It's just you versus
Right.
2 agents. You're getting the first shot off here, essentially.
And it's
Cool.
basically
Doesn't have to be
unarmed.
gunshot. You tell
It's
me
unarmed.
what equipment you've brought with you into the car.
I mean, I'm in the standard uniform, so whatever's the standard stuff that you have.
Sure.
Okay. Here's my question.
Yep.
Would a normal baton be primitive or unarmed?
I believe it is primitive. Unarmed is literally unarmed.
I'm literally better just Bruce Leeing my way through this. thing.
Okay. We've seen you beat the shit out of a lot of people, so I'll agree with that.
I'm gonna pitch something. Athena can still be involved if I stop the car suddenly and help my brother in a critical moment.
This is what I'm going to do. Sorry. Okay. The plan is I'm going to fight this guy with my hands. I know he's going to go for his gun, and that guy's going to shoot the other guy. That's the plan.
Okay.
That's fucking sick.
You're going to need a
I
great
am here
roll
for
for
this.
this, but if you do it, it
You know what I mean?
will solve your
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Like
Wait, so then we should just do a skill roll then, because I'm pretty sure
Yes.
combat is just like, do
Yeah.
you hit or not?
It is going to be a skill roll then. I think athletics.
yeah, for sure.
right.
Strength athletics.
But
right?
athletics. Yep.
And AP, would you allow a +1 from Athena being able to like stop the car at the right moment?
I think the two of you looking at each other and giving the up nod so that the people in the car are surprised and Angus is not, will give a +1 for sure.
Sweet.
Okay.
Eric looked kind of fuzzy on that one.
6, 9 total.
9? I'll buy that.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
buy a 9.
Finally, a good roll.
You get hands on this guy as he
No, I just
slams
have +3.
forward. He's like, what? And then he gets like, the senator, he's under. And then you hear like a Celeste voice just being like, if you do anything, I'll shoot you in the head. And like the guy sitting next to you goes for his gun. You're completely ready for this. Like you're got hands on him and he thinks you're helping him get back into the seat. He's pulling the gun and preparing to get out of the car. You get his gun arm up and he shoots his own buddy. And the buddy's just like, he looks down. He's in the passenger seat, and there's just like blood spattered on the windshield. He's like, what? And then the airbag goes off right in his face.
I like to think that like this guy's last moments were of Athena looking over with like blood on their face. Like they're not. And there's a little bit of shock in Athena's eyes because they're not a fighter.
All right, Eric. Now we're making a combat roll. He has a gun. You're unarmed. The two of you are in the back seat struggling over control of the gun or murdering him. What do you want to do?
Well,
combat rolls are a D20, just as a reminder.
Yeah, it's a D20 plus your
unarmed combat skill, unless you use a weapon.
Yeah,
and then you add their armor class.
So okay, wait, hold on. It's skill
attack bonus
plus attack bonus plus stat bonus into your D20. And you need to hit above. I thought it was you need to hit above their armor class.
You add it and you need to hit a 20 or above.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's their... So that means when you add their AC, their ACs tend to be negatives.
I mean, their armor is going to be exactly as shitty as yours is, but yes, it's going to be bad.
Yeah,
so the armor isn't negative, it's always a positive.
It's just the really good armor is like a +0 or like a +1.
Yeah.
So I think that their armor is probably like a 5 or a 6.
That's probably right.
Okay, let's see if it matters.
What's your total?
5 plus whatever their armor is.
5. You rolled a natural 1.
No, I rolled a 7.
Oh, did you?
It looks like a
7,
but it's a 7.
Oh, you're right. I zoomed in.
Yeah, wow.
It did look like a natural 1.
I know, dude. I would fucking hate that.
I was like,
I would be pretty mad.
Why are you spinning the dice? You need to roll them. You actually roll them.
Hit R. You hit R.
Yeah, the
R spins it.
Chase it.
No, I know. I've been hitting R, but it doesn't do it good. And so that's why I started.
Yeah, that's true. Gotta manually jiggle it. Okay.
Yeah, just throw it.
Yeah. Break the RNG seed. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is a combat field uniform. This is basically like the same thing as wearing no armor. Yeah, I'd say armor is 7. That's still not going to get you up and over a 20, though. Yeah, both have armor class 7, which basically represents wearing...
Wait, hold on, but it might actually, because Eric probably has an attack bonus of 3.
He has a +5 for all of his right?
3 strength is 1 and unarmed is another 1. So that's total +5. So that's 19.
Yep, it's not good enough.
Not good enough.
You begin like
reroll.
It's for if you get shot, you'll be able to absorb the damage.
Yeah, it doesn't reroll.
Yeah, the second edition lets you do attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
You begin doing some Jackie Chan shit with him in the car over the gun, and you get some good hits on him, but it's never enough to like deal damage, right? Like you probably punch him in the nose and his nose starts bleeding. He's fighting for control of the gun with you, and then you're like punching him. I'm now going to roll to see if he shoots you at point blank range.
That's fair.
Yeah, he absolutely does. No question about it.
Can I warrior that?
That's the one you're gonna want to warrior.
Do you want to wait until you get shot to see how much damage it is?
Probably.
You think so?
I mean,
okay.
What a weird
only
mechanic.
Like 1 damage. Like
what a mechanic. I feel
you
like
take
I should
3
be able
points
to...
of damage.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Really?
How many hit points do you have?
18.
Okay. Well, just to be clear, when you started out, 3 points of damage would have killed any of your siblings.
Yeah. I'm just wondering. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought guns did like 46 in this game or something.
There's a huge variance, Eric.
He's using a semi-automatic pistol. He's a security guard.
Yeah. There's a huge variance. So like really high-end weapons do like 2d12s and shit.
Yeah.
So
I think what happens is he fires the pistol at very short range next to your leg and like tears your legging, and like there's a little cut there. Just the shock of it happening, though, and the gunshot going off with no ear protection, everybody in the car suddenly like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, that's some tinnitus. Okay,
we're back to you.
Punchy. I don't know
so you need an 8 or higher on this die.
Lights out, buddy.
You have an 18. You absolutely hit him.
Yep. How much damage does unarmed even do?
I have no idea what a punch does.
Okay, so primitive weapon, unarmed attack is 1d2 damage plus your strength bonus.
I mean, Okay,
I just
I know
see
that this is too late. This is too late for the roll, but like, is there grappling in this game?
It's
There
not
are-
in the rules, but I mean, if there's something you want to do here, we can talk about it.
I
there
mean,
are-
like, disarming him and choking him out seems like in a grapple seems like an easy
I
way
would
rather than
say
like
the
slapping
damage
him. You know
will
what I mean?
represent you doing that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
That makes sense. We can represent it that way. Okay. Anyways, I hit. I do not know what my damage is. My arbitrary question was
So it's
hopefully
1d2.
buying you enough time. Are you kidding me? We're gonna be here all day, dude.
Unarmed damage.
D2. Okay, so high is 2, low is
Sure.
low is 1. Low, 1 damage.
Okay. Now hold on.
plus something.
Oh, do I add strength to the
Plus your
damage or no?
strength.
Okay, so another 1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Take his
Now,
gun.
I'm triple checking if you get attack bonus to damage on combat roll, make attack. It's rolled the damage die. Add the appropriate attribute modifier. Okay, no. So how much? Sorry, how much did you do? 2 damage?
I did
1
2
plus
total
1?
damage.
Yep.
1
Okay,
plus 1.
You hit this guy, and he is like half dead just based on this attack right here. You're like, goo, goo, goo. You just start elbowing the shit out of him. You punch him in the face again. His nose solidly cracks. He's just like, "What are you doing, oh hero?" And then he like finally looks over, and I think in a moment of clarity, like after his nose breaks, he turns, he looks, he's like checking your call sign. And it's like not the right call sign badge. And he's just like, what the fuck? All right. He is now going to attempt to shoot you again with the semi-automatic. Yep.
He does.
That's going to hit. Okay. He shoots you for 2 points of damage. So he gets it in your crotch, and you bat it away just far enough so that he shoots the other pant leg. All right. Now, hold on. Before you throw... I was going to say it's Athena's turn to get involved because she stopped the car.
My
All right,
bad.
well, that one doesn't count.
No, it does absolutely
yes,
count. The roll
sure.
counts.
You know what? I'll say that one doesn't count.
No, the roll counts. Athena stops the car and I fuck up my punch. Yeah, for sure. Like it's
Athena,
like the obvious thing.
You have an opportunity to jump in.
Blaming it on you. I'm narrating my failure into your thing.
Just to be very clear here, Athena, you stopped the lead car. The limousine is now zooming past you, and the other SUV is zooming past you. Your earpiece, people are asking you like, "What's wrong?" In the back of your car, you've heard 2 gunshots go off. Your brother has very clearly been shot at least once directly. What do you want to do here? You're rapidly losing control of the situation. You also can hear over open comms your sister threatening to kill the driver of the limousine.
Oh gosh, I kind of want.
The guy next to you, who's dying from being shot through the chest and then the airbag going off in his face, is like weakly pawing at the wheels. Have to go. Go.
I think Athena, steps on the gas, gets in behind the escort that's in the back, is going to. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of like how I could turn this into our favor.
Try to pit maneuver the other car.
Well, so my thinking actually is to like over comms, like call out, like we've been infiltrated, like there are moles among us, to like basically instigate paranoia amongst the rest of the crew.
Okay. In the second car.
In the second car, yeah, and then I'm going to, I'll start with that. But
right.
my thinking is like do that, and then actually like support my brother.
All right.
Like grabbing
You're
the
only
gun.
going to have time and energy to do one thing this turn.
So I'll
I'm
do
going to
that
ask for a roll that historically today you failed pretty much every single time. I'm going to ask you for a charisma persuasion roll to convince the other car at, let's generously call it a 9+, that they've been infiltrated, you've been infiltrated, and that they should all be suspicious of each other. It's not about
Okay.
convincing them they've been infiltrated. It's that the men in the car can't trust each other.
Got you.
They definitely know they've been infiltrated right now, given the fact that they can hear someone going, "Keep driving or I'll kill you."
Yeah, yeah. Can I pitch a leadership role instead, like with a commanding voice?
That's a pretty good one. All right, yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I mean, they're both the same role, but I just like that idea.
All right.
Okay,
Looking for a 9+.
looking for 9+.
These fucking
regional
freezing
talent
cold
was
dice.
an op.
These glaciers here.
That's a 6 + 2.
Probably not gonna
You know
be
what?
enough.
Let me go take a break for 2 minutes. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Y'all. I'm so fucking proud of What If's second assassination attempt.
Yeah, that was pretty wild choice.
So happy.
And what's even better is that my cameras are frozen, so I can't even tell if AP is actually left or not.
He actually left.
Yeah, he's chilling.
I thought he was joking at first, for sure.
Oh my god. Oh.
We only have about
you,
what 20 minutes left anyway.
Yeah.
Eddie's expert thing should be back up though.
Oh,
right?
right.
That's why he left for 2 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I get it now. I get it.
Oh my god. This, I mean, to be fair, this is incredible. I am here for this. It's wild that all of our rolls have fucking sucked, but
I mean, a 9 is a pretty decently difficult
Oh
roll to
my
hit.
goodness, has it been exactly 1 hour since your last reroll in a couple seconds? Would you like to
Yeah.
re-roll those dice, Eddie?
please, please. They're worse.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
You
doesn't
got
matter.
it.
A 9 is not that easy to hit, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
but if you can't even reach a 7, what do you want me to do?
No, that's fair. We got an 8 and a 7.
Well, I got
so.
an
Yeah,
8.
we
I got
are.
an 8. And I rolled the same thing twice on these dice. Fuck them. Fuck them.
We cut to the other car. These guys are local private security. They've been working together for their entire lives. You're like, I don't know that we could trust each other. These guys are looking at each other like, I don't know about that other car, but you went to my son's wedding, so...
Yeah, I know. They're all brothers or something. Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
Are you just re-rolling until you get something good?
Yeah, well, no, I'm just seeing like if I can roll out the bat.
Through despair.
All right, so Angus failed his roll. This guy's gonna try to shoot Angus again. Absolutely hits.
Whatever, dude.
He shoots you for 5. This time he definitely fully hits you in the leg
Yep.
with a bullet. Not like
You might want to absorb this one.
femoral
Nah.
artery cut, but
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
the bullet kind of gets through part of the fleshy outside of your thigh. And you're like, oh, fuck, this hurts so bad. All right, you're making
All right.
your unarmed attack. Guy literally has 2 hit points. Any attack from you will kill him. I believe that is also a failure.
Yep.
Wait,
Athena,
That's a 6.
you have a chance to
Gotta roll at least an
intervene again.
8.
wait. Oh, is that a 6?
It is a
yeah,
6.
fuck.
It's a
because
6,
It was
there's a
upside,
line
it
on
was
it.
upside down for me.
There's a line, so yeah. That's how you know.
Jesus Christ, y'all. Okay.
Well,
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think with that, with the other car like still going with it, oh god. I mean,
You can hear one of them go, radios are compromised. Switch over to channel 2. Switch over to auxiliary channel.
I switch over to auxiliary channel.
I mean, no, they're switching over to whatever their private channel is so that you can't interfere with their
Go away from
comms.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Cool. Yeah. What's our environment currently?
Your environment currently is you are on an alpine road, following a limousine. There is an SUV directly ahead of you that has gone from general protection to treating you as a threat. Like,
Yeah,
people are
sure.
rolling down windows and holding their upper torsos out the back, pointing guns towards you.
Cool. Yeah. You said Alpine. Is there a cliffside?
Yeah, I think that the whole thing has a ziggy-zaggy Italian
Switchback.
countryside path to it. Colorado roads.
Sweet.
West
Sweet.
Virginia interstate where you go 80 miles an hour around curves while going downhill at a 15+ degree gradient. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Athena is going to try to push them off the mountainside.
Okay. I'm sure there's some sort of vehicle handling skill called piloting in this game for absolute.
I have vehicle space, I think, technically.
Well, I
Yeah,
assure
there's
you that an
vehicle-
SUV is not a space vehicle, despite several attempts to make them so.
I think an SUV is vehicle land.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
If you don't have it, you're rolling at a -1. And dexterity.
Yeah, I think it's in 2E that it all collapses into pilot.
And I have a -1 overall.
Okay.
But I'm not sure unless is there okay, environmentally, is there well no, because that's combat. I'm thinking of like if the guy next to me has any kind of gear that I can use to like throw the other car off or
He has a baton and a gun and a radio. And I'm going to say he's right-handed, so his gun is inaccessible to you as long as that airbag that has deployed is in the way.
that's fair.
There's also his blood, which is rapidly leaving his body out a hole in the front and back.
Mhm.
In the words of Brendan Lee Mulligan, maybe you could throw your oily t-shirt in front of them and get your car to go 5,000 miles an hour.
Oh my God. What a fucking crazy show. I think my best option is to try to push them off the road because
Okay.
my brother's busy in the back.
I need
we
to
don't
get
got-
you to hit a
weapons.
7, which means you need an 8 on these dice with a -1.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is great.
We've seen
This is great.
historically your dice today are Antarctic in levels of frigidness.
Another 6.
Yeah.
It teetered on a 5, y'all. It teetered on a 5 with a 4 in adjacency.
It's not that you don't like get close to them. It's just that the threat of being shot forces you to pull off. Like, you're trying to pull up onto their rear bunker, and every time they go around a turn, it gives one of the side shooters the perfect opportunity to shoot into the car, and you have to slow down and like dodge to the side as bullets begin impacting your reinforced windshield.
Totally.
It's getting harder and harder to see at the front of the car.
No problem.
I believe it's back to this guy shooting Angus again.
How many times has he shot me?
3 times.
Okay, so he's got at least what, 6 more?
Yeah, he
Glock.
misses this time.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, that was him.
Is there like risk of like other people getting shot, like Athena?
No.
Nothing?
I
Okay,
don't
cool.
think so.
Eric, you're correctly diagnosing the fact that combat is just kind of bad in this game.
Nope. Miss.
Eric rolled a 2. Eddie, we're back to you.
I don't know.
The two-
I think
the two
there's
of you are
I think there's
basically-
numbers higher than 8. I don't know. I have not seen them. I
The
have
two
not
of
seen
you
them.
are in the back, basically throwing whatever hands you can, firing whatever guns you can. It's literally a Krav Maga slap fight with little or no technique here. It's the opposite of Krav Maga, I guess.
This is should have just one rolled it. Should have just one rolled 2d6. I fail, I'm dead. Like, that's-
Okay.
All right, Eddie.
Is there some position here that I can pitch post tech to
While
give
driving
me
a
an
car.
edge, to give me an edge?
I don't think so.
Well, Okay.
I don't want you to continue this way of thinking you have a chance to do this. No.
There's no post tech in this car.
Flat out, absolutely not. You can't hack their car.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Bad attitude.
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think of like if we had some sort of gear, like a smoke grenade or something like that we could have brought with us, but I don't think so.
How would a smoke grenade help you? When you're driving
honestly,
up the side of a hill, you're going to throw the smoke grenade and...
Hear me out. White phosphorus.
Again,
Look,
you will be
out.
throwing it in
There's
front
a
of
fuel
you
tank.
and driving into it.
There's a fuel tank and the phosphorus that ignites from the smoke.
War
I was
crime.
actually thinking about putting it into the window of like some of these, like I'd like backboard it off of this guy into the window, and try
So
to
your
smoke
first
out
problem
the
is
whole-
that their windows aren't down because they're shooting
they
at
are.
you.
They are.
You know what, Eddie? I will make this a roll. You have talked me into it. You will now suffer the consequences of having your
Jesus.
windows down while pulling parallel to them.
Oh,
Which
boy.
means when they shoot, they're no longer going to be shooting at the car. They're going to be shooting at you. But yes, you can make the first strike to throw a smoke grenade that you have pulled the pin on into their car as you pull parallel.
Okay.
I'll absolutely
what is
allow
the
this.
roll?
It's going to be an attack roll from
Okay.
you using your throwing grenade skill, which I'm going to think you're probably not that good at.
Don't have them.
Okay.
I think that's combat primitive.
I have combat primitive.
Yeah.
Combat primitive is grenades. Yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
sweet.
Okay.
I have a 1, rank 1, so I have a 0 in this.
It is?
Well, no, you add it to the roll, so you have a +1. What's your attack bonus?
I've never had to do this, so I don't.
I mean, he rolled a 19. I'm pretty sure he's
You
probably
rolled a
fine.
19? Unbelievable. All right, well then,
Let's
yeah,
just say he's-
it flat out succeeds then.
Yeah, you don't have to do the math.
Unbelievably, Athena slams on the speed, somehow catches up to the other car, rolls down the window. They are shocked by the audacity. You know what? They're reloading in the process. You throw a smoke grenade. It somehow, you throw it at just enough angle that the wind resistance arcs it into their car, and then it begins emitting smoke while they are in the vehicle.
I like to think that it's like it happens as I come in on the inner curve on like a wider part of the road, and like
Yeah, they go off the
I'm like straight up drifting. I've never done this before, and just like, and then I fall back immediately.
Unbelievable. Sorry, just to be clear, did you just fucking deja vu me?
What?
Is this the fucking AE86 Toyota?
Oh, yeah. Yes, this is initial D. I
Yes,
just
you
totally
initial
did
D'd me. All right, you let that grenade go, and I think
caught the
several
edge of
seconds
the
later,
corner of the Alpine Road.
yeah, several seconds later, they're reloaded. They're firing out the car. The driver just can't see anything because of the thick black smoke that is
And he
emitting
drives
into the
off.
car, and he just goes over the side, right? Like he hits the barrier, the back end of the SUV lifts up, and like everybody in the car is like, whoa! They all begin accidentally shooting each other, and then the car goes over the cliff, and in a very similar shot to the guy who fell over the cliff, going ah while firing a gun. These guys are all now seatbelts unbuckled. They're now free falling in a car, firing guns wildly as they fall to their imminent deaths in like, I don't know, 5 or 6 seconds. All that you hear, Athena, is the sound of a massive fuel tank explosion several seconds later.
I think Athena, like if there was a heart or blood pressure monitor on Athena right now, it'd be like off the charts. It's like,
Cool. Now I'm gonna fire to kill your brother. I got a 4.
Eric,
EricVulgaris.
time to shine.
All
Eight or
you need to
better.
do is hit him to win, okay? You just
Eight or
need 2
better to
damage.
win.
It's the minimum amount of damage you could deal.
Okay, so we're in the tense like grapple part of the fight as we have been close. I do the thing where like I surprise them by hitting the seat recline, and so he goes down, and this is gonna be it.
And then
Okay.
you try to snap his neck.
Yeah, this is it. Okay, it comes down to that. It comes down to the recline. Come on, baby.
Natural
Are you
one.
fucking kidding me? A
Natural
one. Yeah.
one. You hit the seat recline button, and because he's still buckled in, now he can move his torso around. You go to snap his neck, he dodges out of the way.
You can't make this show. What the fuck, dude?
Your rolls are so bad, Eric. Your rolls are fucking abysmal today. This whole show is like watching a field of glaciers.
Yeah, dude. It was on a 16 for so long, but whatever. It's okay. Something, I'm due, et cetera, gambler's fallacy.
Can I try to shoot him from the other car?
If you take your gun off of the driver, you're going to put yourself in a bad situation.
I shouldn't do that. Have we arrived at the destination yet?
You did. Given the number of combat rounds, you're not even 1% of the way there.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess try to shoot each other again.
Athena, it's back to you.
Oh my God.
You're driving. You force the other car off of the road.
Yep. I take the baton, just like, enough is enough. I just take the baton from the dude next to me and just throw it back there, trying to hit the dude in the head.
It's combat primitive plus your attack roll.
Oh my God.
Plus his armor rating, which is a 7.
I gave it some ump. That's an 11 on the die.
Okay, so 18 plus 1 plus 1 is going to be enough. That's a 20, exactly.
Oh my God.
All right, so a
Angus.
baton is going to deal 1d4 damage. What's your strength bonus?
It doesn't matter.
It
Strength
will
is
matter,
9.
buddy. Because if the
Strength
strength
is
isn't
9.
a +1 and he rolls a 1, he won't do enough
So yeah,
damage.
it's a 0.
Yep, he needs to deal at least 2 points of damage on a d4. I'm getting a d4 out right now because I recognize.
I thought you said it was 1d4 plus 1.
No, I said it's a d4.
Oh, specifically with the. Wait. Well, R just jiggles it. How do you actually roll it?
R.
Keep hitting R.
Oh, that's weird. It's a 3!
Hell yeah, oh yeah.
Finally, this nightmare is over.
I
You get the
swear.
baton out and you jam it into this guy's eye, and he goes, "Ah, fuck!" Angus fumbles the door open, pushes this guy out of the SUV, and he goes soaring out over the cliff. And now, busted up, cracked windshield, all of its windows open. Your SUV is now behind the limousine as it continues up the path towards a secure military communications / radio station. And we cut to the dulcet tones of Dr. Ruth Miller as she's answering communications from all across Valentina, solving relationship problems and bringing societal harmony around. Now, when I go to the Blades of Honor crew, I'm going to ask them to live through this day as well in the defense of the radio station and basically of the governorship of this province. And I'm going to give them updates like someone tried to kill the senator, and then someone tried to kill the senator again, and then an explosion was seen on the way up the mountain. That sort of thing. They won't be able to change any events that have already happened, but they will be able to react and prepare for your arrival, which, let's be very clear, you've made no attempt to hide that you are violently holding a hostage.
We went hot.
Hold on. We did make a lot of attempts. We just failed at all.
All right, I'll agree with that.
to be fair,
you
we
made
tried
plenty
really
of attempts,
hard.
and then you
tried.
failed really badly. I'm granting everyone 500 XP for this session.
Amazing.
Nice.
I hope you enjoyed your time here, guys. I feel like I was kind of hard about how bad these rolls were, but your rolls were quite bad.
Please,
Like,
are you kidding me? We fucking love this session.
You know, if you can't roll, you can't roll, right?
Yeah, man. But seriously, this is annoying me. With your radio show relationship advice, what is the name of the show that was on MTV and the all rock radio stations at dark when we were growing up?
I have no idea.
It was the
I wasn't
MTV
allowed to
radio
watch
call-in
MTV.
one. It's called like Radio Love or like Relationship
No idea what you're
Line.
talking about.
Are you kidding me? Just me? Okay, just all right. That's fair. All right.
This
Well,
is
that
Dr.
was fun.
Ruth Miller answering questions from everywhere across Valentina.
Oh my God. So
It's called Love Line, by the way.
Love
That's
Line.
what I was thinking of.
Very well.
Love Line. Look it up.
oh, nice.
Classic.
It's a
So did
classic
we
one.
succeed in gaining military secrets?
No.
No. How would we have gotten military secrets? We have a hostage though, so that's good.
Sure, we do have a hostage. Although it does paint a target on us if we don't disappear.
Presumably, we're going to pick up trying to get into the radio station next time.
Oh.
I guarantee you that Rad will have watched this episode and will create a perfect plan using his military knowledge on how to stop you. He's going to be like, all right, so we lay out spike strips and we just shoot as soon as we see the car. Fuck the senator. We just kill everyone in the car. And I'm going to be like, that's a legitimate plan. We've turned a 2-hour session into 5 seconds. Let me get back to the other group and see how they do when they get a hail of gunfire.
Joke's on him. He's going to roll just as badly as we did.
If they roll like you, what's going to happen is the garrison is going to end up in a riot.
We infiltrated the garrison.
With who? Your whole team is already...
Lynx.
The knights the knights of whatever. The Pat Charlemagne Knights.
You can't.
You can't keep prestiging me. You can't just keep being like, this was secretly our plan all along. You've done that twice.
We can. We absolutely can do that.
Your dice rolls tell me you can.
Anyway.
Listen, I've given you plenty of room to hang yourselves with.
You definitely did.
In fact, gave me 3 chances and basically the same roll.
You were extremely generous.
And it was worth it.
Yeah, it was great.
Your
you told a great story. I don't think this mission's going to end well for you. I'm worried you're all going to die on this mission and we're not going to get to the other 2.
Well, such is life.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Any closing thoughts in our last 2 minutes? I also want to congratulate myself. Let me just green screen in a meme of me giving myself a presidential medal for getting up and going to the bathroom for 2 minutes.
That was pretty great. Oh my god. The worst part though was that it rolled less or rolled lower.
What do you? I mean, I can't make you roll well.
No, I know, but we're just saying like the worst part was that you were so kind and it still rolled shitty for me. Oh my god.
You know, there are like 5 other characters and like there's a whole plot line of like what was happening with the original ski instructor and her flirtatious relationship with the ski resort manager. There's like an environmental activist in the area. You guys just immediately locked in on one of the many plots and decided to execute immediately with no information gathering. You locked in.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes that's how you do.
All right, I'm so glad I prepped all. I hope maybe the other group will get involved in the rich local culture. You were like, I want a Yakuza group, and I'm like, perfect. I'm going to make a whole Yakuza hierarchy and how they're intertwined into the local government workings. And you were like, fuck that. We're going to kill somebody. Just remember, Sam, you said you wanted deep political intrigue and you immediately organized the kidnapping.
I mean, to be clear, we really tried to do some like intrigue fucking spy shit. We just fucking failed. Like, it's not my fault.
It was your hand that held the dice.
We were close, AP. We were close to bite deep into that lore, and yeah, but unfortunately the dice were not rolling in that favor.
All I can hope is that the other group bites deep into the lore. Someone has to bite deep into this fucking lore.
I know that pain. As someone that's prepping for a game, I know that pain.
All right.
Thanks for the game.
Are we good in 2 weeks?
Should be good. Should be good.
Incredible. Could we have back-to-back episodes?
That would be a miracle. I'd love it.
Oh, jinx it.
Yo, yeah, for sure. 420?
Oh,
yes, 420 is the next episode. It's Easter though, so.
Oh, I don't really celebrate.
Does that change anything for anybody?
I'm Jewish.
That doesn't mean you don't have Christian friends you couldn't spend time with. If this was the other way around and I said, do you have time on Yom Kippur to hang out? And you were like, I don't know, I'm Christian. Wouldn't that feel really shitty?
Yeah, that's, you know what? You got me there. You got me there.
I got you there, Sam. I got you there.
Jeez Louise. All right, I'm calling it.